This is Judge Joe Brown, and we're listening to We All Be News. News-free Dixie for the 21st century.
All right, bro, I'm in with brother Davey D, hip-hop icon, actually, journalist extraordinaire, artivist, and activist in his own right. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. You know, I shouldn't say good. I mean, I'm healthy, but I'm also somber to be here. You know, I don't want people to think this is a festive occasion, even though we're running into people we haven't seen in a long time, but we shouldn't be here. Not for this occasion. We shouldn't be looking at memorials, and the celebration we should be having should be one of justice, that people responsible for the murder of Mike Brown, the facilitating of that murder, and the facilitating of the anger and hopelessness and despair that led to the unrest. We should be celebrating all that. The people being held accountable for causing that sort of situation. So that's what's rolling through my mind here.
But what do you think about it? You think that things have escalated out of control, or we are more aware of what's going on? Is that the issue now?
I think it's both. I think on one side, I think people are emboldened and realize that they can kill folks on camera and get away with it. If you draw a map, it's not that hard to do. You can name off all the politicians that are actually holding hearings. You know, just to say, let's explore this issue of police terrorism. You can count on your hand how many times that happened or hasn't happened, you know, in Congress. Let's start with right there. I mean, you have Lacey Clay gave this great speech a year ago at the funeral. What has he done since then? What hearings have you held? What legislation have you championed? What bully pulpit have you traveled on to say, you know what, I'm pushing this type of legislation and this needs to be passed? And if people go, well, he may have been doing that and it's just not known, let's compare the type of fast tracking and the type of political posturing we saw where I'm from in San Francisco after the woman from Dublin, California was shot. I forget her name. It's Kathleen Stephan. I shouldn't forget her name. But in any case, they fast-tracked both on the state side and on the national level to penalize and even do away with sanctuary cities. They raised the issue of immigration reform and what's wrong with it, or what they feel needs to be done around it. They did all these things very quickly, within days of that woman being shot. Here we are a year later. How many hearings in Congress have we had on police terrorism right now? You know, with Republicans here, you know, like we all gathered around C-SPAN and we heard the type of testimonies that we've seen here. How many times have you seen that in these other places with actions taking place? You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
We haven't had those like Tavis Smiley type of conversations. Now, I'm sure people are, you know, there have been things that have been proposed. There are things that people have put forth. But you don't, let's put it this way. Everybody from the CBC should have been here today, invited or not invited.
Right.
You know, they showed up in San Francisco the other day for tech diversity in the tech industry.
Yes,
right?
sir.
They took pictures there.
Yes, sir.
They ain't here today, right?
Yes, sir. But thank you, brother David D. In the words of Duke Ellison, we love you madly. Keep on producing and pushing.
And peace.
Yeah.